Hello, I'm Suzanne and I'm taping for the part of Grandma Zara in The Silver Horizons. At risk of being unprofessional, I just want to say thank you to Sarah, James and Magnus for sending me this delightful speech. But I also thought it worth mentioning that I've actually read all the books on which this is based, and well, just to say that I'm a huge fan. In fact, when I first heard that I was up for the part of Zara, for one split second, I actually imagined you meant me for the beautiful young Zara, forgetting momentarily, of course, that she's named after her grandmother, which is obviously the role you're kindly considering me for now. So, well, it's a funny story, and to say I'm a huge fan. And also, without seeming unprofessional, in fact, the opposite. In the character description you sent me, didn't really go into very much detail. It basically just said, Grandma Zara is a wise woman who's seen a lot of the world, which is all true, and she's wonderful. But in the book, here we go. Here, Grandma Zara had lived a good life on this earth and was now close to leaving it. Her torso was crooked, shrunken, her eyes were rheumy, her face sickly and withered, and in her stuttering breath there was an aroma of decay. Yes, so I'm just in two minds of what you might want here, the book version of Grandma Zara or the version of your summary, which is not to say I can't act the socks off both of them, of course, but you can see the quandary, I hope. Anyway. Look, I suppose the reason that I bring all this up is because I feel I should say that I know Magnus, who is, of course, your director, and, well, I can't believe he hasn't mentioned it, but if you didn't know already, we were married, briefly. Well, no, not that briefly. 5 years, in fact, until I wanted children, and he wanted to date them, which is eventually what he did, leaving me for a 21-year-old drama student, having gaslighted me for years about the reason that I shouldn't get pregnant, because if I have to stop in the middle of a run because of a baby, well, that would be unprofessional. So I'm surprised that Magnus has seen fit to cast me potentially as the decrepit grandma, when, I mean, please, Zara has a mother. Why not her? Why cast me as the little old lady who basically in the book shits herself the whole time? And now I am going to be completely and utterly unprofessional and say that from what I've heard, and it accords with my own experience, fuck it. You, Magnus, you seem incapable of intimacy with any woman over the age of 22. What is it? Do grown women scare you? Or is it just life? So, here we are, Magnus. I'm still with Nick. Yeah, just about. We drive each other round the twist, but we've certainly had our ups and downs. But we have 3 stunning, brave children. And I suppose what I'm trying to say, love, is that I'm still standing, and I'm proud as fuck of all of it. My kids, my work. Yeah, I've been a celebrant for over a decade now, did you know? I keep bees, for fuck's sake. And I bumped into you a few years ago in an interval, and you didn't ask a single thing about me. No, you rabbited on about your latest reviews at the Bush and how you felt you were no longer fashionable, and then you looked me up and down. Yeah, you did. Just in case I'd magically become 20 again. And when you saw that I hadn't, well, that was all you needed to know. And so I need to say that I am still extremely fuckable, although not by you. And I am looking forward to the next 40 years of my life. And if and when the time comes to play little old ladies, well then yes. And even though it is you, Magnus, of all people, who's seen fit to send me this crumb from your table, well, I'm still professional enough to overlook your extreme discourtesy, your egomania, and your quasi-paedophilic sex drive, and nail this audition. I ran so fast, I didn't care. In my nightie, bare feet. Got to the shingle. And we just stood there, looking, hoping Joe had got word too. We just stood there, hoping there was something to see. But the sea at night, it's the same as the sky, the land, nothing. I had never heard the waves so loud. I don't know how long we stood there. But soon it was the whole village. And it started getting light. And we could see there was nothing. No sign of it. Water even looked pretty in the sunlight. You'd never have guessed. They found two. Washed up. Not my Douglas. That was the hardest. Maybe. Maybe not.